Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Duels with our Grixis Mill deck. So let's not waste any time, let's get into the games. I'll see you there. Alrighty then, we're in with a two-lander. We do have our tutelage, and we have a card we're not likely to cast anytime soon. Oh, I suppose we can keep it off of tutelage alone. We've got Oath of Jace to follow it up with. Let's do it. We're going to have to get a little lucky here. But we'll see if that happens. So we can play the Evolving Wilds and we don't have to crack it because we're not doing anything. Turn 2. Well, there's an island, so that's nice. So I think we'll still hold off on it. I would like a fourth land, honestly, and this will up the odds of us drawing one by not cracking it. So green-black for our opponent, and they do pass. We draw, not a land. Planeswalker removal, though, is not too bad. We are going to crack the Evolving Wilds now, though. Get the only red source. And play Swamp, in case we want a Fatal Push. Pass the turn. So next turn we slam the tutelage, turn after that, start Oath of Jacing, and try chain together draw spells until we win. Green is a little bit worrying though, because he will have access to enchantment removal. Ooh, Nest of Scarabs. I like. This is a -1/-1 counter strategy then. More Fatal Pushes for us. Very nice. Let's go tutelage and pass the turn. Our opponent knows what we're doing. Hopefully he hasn't got enchantment removal. Otherwise we'll be sad. Still got stuff to do. It's just not going to be as effective. 3 mana, Trial of Strength. Did think that was going to be a Reclamation Sage. Well, Fatal Push takes out tokens. Perfectly so, that's nice. And a Renegade map. For Revolt triggers, I guess. Alright, well, we draw a land. It's nice. Mill our opponent 4-2, hitting another Renegade map and a land. Let's go Island, and then let's Oath of Jace, holding up our Swamp, Fatal Push. Draw 3, discard 2. We will discard Never, because we can use it in our graveyard. And Collective Defiance seems really difficult to cast right now, so we'll get rid of that. Mill our opponent for 4 minimum. Oh, sorry, 6 minimum. Oh, 6 minimum and we hit 16. Wow. Okay, that was pretty great. Not bad at all. So we hit the 2 greens. And then we hit green-black, which failed. Then we hit black, then we hit black. So it repeated. It's pretty sweet. Sticking it all on the token. Or at least some of it, which means he's lost it. And we're taking no damage this turn. Cracks his map to grab a basic, thinning his deck, helping us. Forest. And skips combat, skips his turn. We draw. Scrying 0. Draw another Collective Defiance. Well, let's make sure at all times there's nothing in our graveyard that we don't want to be exiled at sorcery speed. Looks to not be the case though. So we could go Drake Haven, but I think we're just going to Illumination, draw some more cards, mill our opponent a bit more. Mill. We get Take Inventory, which is nice. Fatal Push, but we can't really use it on Verdurous Gearhulk. So we'll wait for him to get something better down, I guess. It's kind of a mishmash of counters, strategies, and just straight up ramp by the looks of things. And a Defiant Greatmaw. Put some counters on his trampler. Sure. Some minus counters on his trampler at that. Which gets him some scarabs off of the nest of scarabs. Scry 0, mill for 2 minimum. We're almost there. Play our land. We can pull for 4. So that's 8 cards minimum on the tutelage. Have we got any take inventories in here? We don't. I'm feeling like we should Drake Haven and then take inventory so that we get a trigger off of the pull if we want it. But also it just makes our cyclers that little bit better. And we might as well pull for a larger amount later. And use it to go for the win perhaps. And this could draw us into more draw anyway, so we might just be able to mill him for the same amount. Looks like that's not the case. And unfortunately it tapped out for the red for our magma spray, which is annoying. But we'll Drake Haven, we'll hold up Fatal Push. If he destroys any of our enchantments, then we can take care of his Great Maw. Or even his Gear Hulk if he manages to take his counters off that and make it a little bit bigger, who knows. But we just win next turn. Almost certainly. If not the turn after. Alright. Take a hit. Greater Sandworm. Okay. That's fine. So, scry 0. Mill for 2 minimum. We draw a land. That sucks. He's down to 12. So we get a land. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. We can only pull for 5. Which is 10. We'd have to get a double in order to win right now off of that. We can Magma Spray this. We can Fatal Push one of the tokens. We take 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12 off of that. I think we just pull and hope for a double. Let's do this. Or we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if we had a blocker. Yeah. Pull for 5. Come on. Let's do it. Discard Evolving Wilds. Trigger. Trigger. Come on. We've got this. We got this. Yes! Alright. Whoo! Punished for being a double coloured deck. And then we'll discard to hand size, discard an island, pass the turn over to our opponent, and he tries to draw and loses. That was a bit too close. Alright, well, on to the next game, I say. Alright, we're on the play. We've got 1 land, a lot of double reds and double blacks, so I can't, in my good conscience, keep that, and I can't keep this one either for a 1-lander. It's got the double black, I suppose. So we've got a board wipe, which will buy us some time. We're gonna have to go with an Evolving Wilds and grab a swamp, though. I believe. Get our double black from that. Pass the turn. So I think we'll just hold up our removal until we find what we need to accomplish our goal, as it were. Evolving Wilds for our opponent as well. Thinning out that slightly oversized deck of his for a green mana. Ooh. Nice artwork. Alright. And he passes. We draw an island. Wonderful. Got lucky there, actually. Take inventory. Get a redraw for Sphinx's tutelage. We're getting really lucky here. Okay, so next turn, slam the tutelage. Hope he doesn't have enchantment removal for the turn after. Green, black into Constrictor. Okay. Now, as much as I want to kill that, I think getting a tutelage down is still just a little bit better. We get more blue mana. Because if we draw into any major draw stuff, then we're all good. That being said, his next turn could just be straight up removal with a Reclamation Sage. But if he goes for a Reclamation Sage, then he's not getting the value out of the Constrictor that I'm worried that he might get if I don't kill it now. So I think I'm just going to play the island, play the tutelage, pass the turn. So, this could be green. Oh, there's the Reclamation Sage. As predicted. So we can summit for... summit into Diabolic Tutor for another tutelage if we need to. I think we might. I'm not concerned about his board state right now. It's all able to be removed with Yahenni's expertise. It's not as if we can protect the tutelage either, so trying to get it down as soon as possible. Still probably the right play. Right, let's go tutor for one. Let's see, where art thou? Am I blind? I might be. Where art you? Come on. Tutelage, there we go. Wonderful. So he's either worried that we've got another tutelage, or he's worried about a board wipe. Retreat. Don't put a counter on this. Oh, damn it. Well, we can fatal push that. We can actually expertise into fatal push as well. Okay. So, pull from tomorrow is nice. So we can Yahenni's expertise. And fatal push. Or we could just tutelage next turn, Yahenni's expertise, fatal push. The only problem is we don't have 3 black mana. If we had 3 black mana, we could expertise onto the tutelage with fatal push open for his winding constrictor. I think this just needs to die though, especially with a retreat on the board. So I think it's just tutelage and fatal push. And we can wait on the fatal push, I think, because this won't double up the counters if it dies during the trigger. He could have Blossoming Defense right now, and he could have Blossoming Defense when he untaps as well, so I'm kind of just hoping that he overloads it onto this one Constrictor. We'll see. I am allowing him 1 extra draw step though, which is the only issue with this plan of waiting. And beautiful. Oh my god. Game. I hate you. It wouldn't really make much of a difference, but still. I hate you nonetheless for lagging out right there. No apparent reason. Seriously, I think we got some desync. So Constrictor's down. He's wasted his landfall trigger. I'm not sure why he wouldn't just spread the wealth, to be honest. Walking Ballista X2. Sure. And he gets him for 2. We draw Collective Defiance. We're missing the red source for that, unfortunately. Though that would be amazing if we got it. Woodland Bellower, Tiles Tracker. This is like just a well, it's pretty much counters in a nutshell, with a little bit of energy thrown in, but even that's got counter synergy. So if he had a Winding Constrictor and a land in hand, plays the Constrictor, plays the land, takes up to 4, we take 6, then the 4 to 10. So we have to, Yahenni's expertise. And Collective Defiance off of that. I don't even know if I would Collective Defiance off of that with this small hand that we've got here. That's the downside to it. Because we're only redrawing one card and that pull from tomorrow's for 3, so... yeah, I think I'd just wipe the board and not cast anything. So yeah, takes the counters off, hits us for 2. And don't cast anything. Obsessive Skinner. Sticks a counter on itself. And Fatal Push? Huh? What? Okay. Misclick perhaps. Mill him for 2. Does have that anti-mill tech as well by running more cards, but there you go. There's another Reclamation. Oh, that's the same Reclamation Sage, I'm being silly. Okay, so we could draw 3, discard 1. Or we could just draw 1. Oh, let's draw 2, actually. Yeah, we'll draw 2. Because the longer we wait on pull, the more value we get. And there's a tutelage again. Nice. Takes 2. Takes 2. I think they were all lands. That sucks. Drown Catacomb. And then tutelage, holding up burn and removal. If we want to pretend that we have it. Alright. Now this pull from tomorrow's a lot better. He's got a Nissa. Only gets to go up to 6 lands, so he's not going to be able to flip it just yet. He plays the land, puts a counter on Skinner. Good idea. And he can hit us for 3. And now he goes with a Fatal Push. I don't get it. Has he got a Girapa Orrery, perhaps? We're down to 5. We're going to need something good here. Let's put a counter on a Nissa. Mill him for 4. What's good here? What is good here? So we can only really get 8 minimum off of his Sphinx's tutelage with a pull from tomorrow. We could draw into Black Source and Fatal Push, which would keep us alive. The only other alternative is going for pull for 2, hope we get a red source to burn away a creature. So finding a red source, untapped red source at that, and that's in 2 cards. Is that better than going for a pull for 4, hoping to get a black source and a Fatal Push? We've got all 3 in our deck. I think we've got to just go all out. Let's do this. Something good. Well, it's a Magma Spray. That wouldn't have done it. Discard the Sanitarium. It's actually 16 minimum. We'll see how well that goes. Not well enough by the looks of things. Down to 11. We can maybe get lucky on him accidentally playing a land first and getting greedy, which would flip his Nissa. So we'll pass. We're probably dead. If he goes straight to combat, he wins. If he plays a land drop, he loses. Straight to combat. Good job, sir. Good job. Turn off winning. Ah. Well, not bad, not bad. We nearly got there, nearly. If you want for that Reclamation Sage, we'd have easily done it with all 3 tutelages, but there you go. Alright, I think we've got time for one more game. I'll see you there. Alright, we're in. 1 lander, throw it back. 2 lander with a lot of draw and a tutelage. 2 of our 3 colours, but no doubles. Yeah, let's go with this. Just need a land drop and this hand is pretty sweet. We also need our opponent not to have enchantment removal. And they play green, so I'm not certain that they don't. Alright, well, island and pass. I'm going to cycle this illumination, looking for that 3rd land, I think. It's very important we get our tutelage down on time. Goes with a woodland cemetery. Okay. Green, black elves, green, black counters, green, black energy, green, black lots of things. Ooh, red mana. Well, you got what we needed. To a certain extent. Right, let's just go with our swamp and pass. And next turn we'll slam our tutelage and see if it sticks. If it doesn't, we've still got Drakehaven, and we've got Discard as well to trigger the Drakehaven. Let's not show him our red just yet. Just go tutelage and pass. Seeing tutelage probably is a suggestion we're going to go with our red though, because Collective Defiance is very good with mill. It's Super Friends then. It is Super Friends. You can minus to kill enchantments, can't you? Yes, you can. Wonderful. Not gonna though. Alright. Good. That was the biggest mistake of your life, mister. Discards a land, draw something else. Mill you. Guessing he thinks he can wait. I don't know why he'd want to wait, but there you go. Imprison in the moon your Nahiri. And then we'll play down our Sanitarium and pass. It's milled one of the worst planeswalkers that we'd want to see. Chandra is horrible at effectively just killing us insanely quickly. So it's nice to see her in the graveyard. What's Oath of Nissa going to grab? Creature, land, or planeswalker specifically, I think. It is. Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. Ooh, he's running blue. 5 colour Super Friends. Usually the worst version of Super Friends. Milled another planeswalker and a Dark Intimations. Okay. So we're on 4-5 mana. Go Mountain, and I guess we'll just Oath of Jace. We could Fevered Visions though. Yeah, Fevered Visions seems cool. Draw us into more. Every single turn, get that going. Also start burning our opponent if it comes to it. Helps with Planeswalkers as well. Green Warden and a Pulse of Marasa, very nice. It's a nice little combo with those, so hopefully he doesn't find the rest of his to get that back. Probably will though, which allows him to get his Planeswalkers back. Goes with Jace. Jace does nothing but help us. So he draws, scries and draws. Takes him 1 card closer to losing. He can dig for his enchantment removal, of course, though. And then he draws, and... what's your ultimate? We'll just ping you once. We're going for the mill win, and I think we're going to win it. Another tutelage is really good, actually. Anguished Unmaking. Right, let's go for a super mill here. Let's go tutelage, and then Oath of Jace. 6 triggers on the tutelage. And we get some redraws as well. Discard some lands. Mill, 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 mill. Oh! Oh boy! Oh, that hit a lot. He's got Return. He does have Reclamation Sages. We need to zoom out so it can pass the turn back over. And mill twice again. We need to hit that other Anguished Unmaking. Fog. He's had enough. Board wipes. Yeah, he's done for. Even if he has the Anguished Unmaking for Sphinx's tutelage now, it still won't really do him much good. Tamio doesn't do him much good. In fact, I do believe you are probably just dead next turn. Ticking up. Don't know what you could draw out for answers with 3 mana specifically. Tragic Arrogance would be useful for him because he could just pick the Oath of Jace and we'd lose our tutelages. But I don't know if he'd be running that. He seems to not run any board wipes actually. Gonna go with a Return. Exiles our Illumination out of our graveyard, sure. And then taps our enchantments. Loses his Tamio. For reasons. Right. Mill, mill. And then we're gonna do a mass mill. And it's gonna be wonderful. Dragon Skull Summit. Oath of Jace. And we win. We will keep the new one. Discard, discard. And 6 triggers, 12 cards minimum. That's game. Some of them even went into our graveyard. If he'd have gone with a Gideon, actually, I just saw his Gideon. Gideon of the Trials would have been annoying, actually, because he could have zeroed, and it doesn't actually lose the game if he manages to emblem. But we do have Fevered Visions to keep pinging his Gideon, which would be good enough, and also never as well to kill it. So we have our outs. But still. Alright, fantastic. I think that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. So if you did enjoy, then be sure to like and subscribe. It's a great way to support the channel. And if you hit that little bell icon as well, right next to the subscription button, you'll get notifications when the 3rd video is live. I've already got a few ideas for some changes to this deck, mostly the mana base, because I think it really does struggle a little bit with those doubles on turn 3. Collective Defiance is quite an important card, and we do need to hit it, so although I wasn't running too much red, I think I probably need to run a bit more mana for it nonetheless. Anyway, guys, if you want to see that, then be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.